Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter or game founder, or today, Backer Kit project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. But quick show note, this week is the week of Origins Game Fair, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be out of town, and I will actually be doing some live streams from the festival, so stay put for that. But right now, I'm excited to check out the main thing on Backer Kit, and that is undoubtedly, so do they have trending? So number 1 trending this week, number 2 trending. So obviously before Gloomhaven, those are the trending ones. Interesting. We have Gloomhaven Grand Festival. The Gloomhaven Grand Festival is here. We invite you to join the celebration and check out the latest in the city of Gloomhaven. From Gloomhaven, the role-playing game, miniatures of Gloomhaven, Gloomhaven 2nd Edition, and more. There's something for everyone. So this is going to be not just for Gloomhaven 2nd Edition, but for a lot of other things as well, and I'm joining the party. Is there a reason they went with BackerKit instead of established crowdfunding site? I don't know. That's a good question. And, yeah, trying to join the party. But BackerKit has been having some issues today. I'm going to guess presumably because of, Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. So now I'm trying to. Luckily, I already cheated, haha, and I had a page pulled up. So the Gloomhaven Grand Festival is here. We invite you. Successful and Fair Games. Let's get into the video. Let's just get into that. As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And hopefully, BackerKit, fingers crossed, will stay up. The Pledge Train. I like that.
Welcome to the Gloomhaven Grand Festival, a rare gathering that brings in wares from across the world, products that will surely delight even the most hardened mercenary. We're so happy you've joined us for this spectacular month-long event. Come with me on a tour of some of our more exciting stalls.
Month-long event. So this is a 30-day... Interesting. So this is more like a spectacle. They're asking for $2 million. Wow, okay, let's go.
First, we have the Gloomhaven role-playing game. The Deluxe Box Set features a core rulebook, a Gloom Master screen, and card sets for all 16 classes and 8 ancestries.
I'm not a tabletop role-playing game enthusiast by day, but man, that looks hot. Like, that looks fantastic. Great display right here.
RPG sets the innovative tactical combat of Gloomhaven with a solid role-playing framework, giving you everything you need to create and play your own adventures in our world. Or how about our full miniature set? The core box includes over 250 miniatures, all the monsters and bosses in Gloomhaven, and these can be expanded with other sets to bring in all the monsters, bosses, and summons from Gloomhaven, Forgotten Circles, Jaws of the Lion, and Frosthaven.
Wow.
Over 600 miniatures, which can
so
be used
many.
not only in board games, but to enhance your RPG sessions as well. And did you know there is a 2nd edition of the original Gloomhaven game
Just
as
announced
well?
like a month ago.
Sporting far more than just a fresh coat of paint. All the classes, monsters, and scenarios have been rebalanced. All new stories and events have been written. And there's all the quality of life updates seen in Frosthaven, like the scenario flowcharts, sleek iconography, extended battle goals, and more. There is also a new faction reputation system that helps guarantee this is something worth checking out, whether you're new to Gloomhaven or a returning traveler. If you're here for some of our older wares or the 2nd printing of Frosthaven, you can find those here as well. You can also join in the celebration with streams and polls all throughout the month. We invite you to enjoy the Gloomhaven Grand Festival.
Okay, it's an interesting strategy. That's the first time I've ever seen someone, because here's the thing, a lot of companies will try and make it like a big event, their thing happening, like their game happening, but for 30 days, that's a lot. So join 313 people on the Pledge Train, and what happens if the train, what's the Pledge Train? Now, obviously it's going to get hit now. That's just fascinating. All right, funding progress on BackerKit. Okay, they're trending to hit the $2 million. They're trending to hit $1.8 million. Call me crazy, but I think they're probably going to make it. Gloomhaven Grand Festival, the market is a buzz in the city, but that is a huge amount of money they're asking for. So after the video, do I want it? I got to know the price, but I'm swept away in the splendor of this. It's fun. It's a cool, interesting idea, and I love the fact that board games have gotten to the point where we can actually do this, where someone can say, yes, we're going to go to a third-party website, truly third-party, like I'd say first-party Kickstarter, second-party GameFound, a truly third-party website where most people have not backed a game before, and we are going to launch a $2 million project, not just for a game, but for minis for that game, minis for an old game, minis for a different game, minis for a smaller version of that game, and role-playing stuff, and a second edition. Like, there's $2 million. So I love the fact that we are to the point in the hobby where Gloomhaven can say, yeah, we can pull that off. Pandemic could pull that off. Like a Ticket to Ride could probably pull that off. There's very few things that we have that could do it, and Gloomhaven's doing it. Second edition, we have the role-playing game. We have over 600 minis. It's just ridiculous. This week's live stream schedule. So we got chatting with Seth LaFair, Isaac's first RPG session with friends. So they're going to be playing the games. Gloomhaven second edition, playing with Paula Deming. Miniatures, painting with tabletop minions. So we're going to have events throughout to keep you engaged, because once again, this is a festival. It's not just you giving them money and then going, even though it's probably what most people are going to do. Create an account, pick your pledge level, include add-ons, check out. And so they are really coming to this right from the jump, because they realize that most people are not backer kit users. So that's step one. So I kind of like what they're doing here. I wonder how closely engaged they are with backer kit. We need to make bets on how big this one will get. I got to see the prices first. I got to see something, but I mean, I definitely think they'll hit their 2 million. After that, be sure to, and here's the other thing, it's hard to determine, because what's the crossover appeal? Like, how many people that play Gloomhaven are just role-playing game fans? And I imagine it's a decent number. Like, I know a couple people are probably going to back this just for the RPG. Pledge levels, all products. This and all other pledge levels will get you access to the Pledge Manager. Fantastic. You will also slay a fictional bug in your name. Get it for the retail store, okay? Just if you want the RPG core book, $30. Seems reasonable. The big, cool RPG deluxe set, $90. Comes with 16 class ability card decks, 50 background characters. I already was sold on it in the video. The video was so well done. Yeah, at first I didn't think the add-ons were available. Oh, is it not as user-friendly? The backer kit, Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. So they're really banking on you knowing Gloomhaven here. So hopefully we'll see like a full list of components, because I'm sure that's going to be incredibly impressive. And $130, I don't have an issue with this. Like that feels like what an all-in used to cost for a game like this, and now I feel like now it's like $250. You know, and granted, this doesn't have minis except for a few smaller ones, but minis of Gloomhaven, $130. So this, if you already have Gloomhaven, you get this. This will get you a full replacement set of enemy miniatures for the Gloomhaven base game, first or second edition. Hot, awesome. And then we have Frosthaven. You want to buy Frosthaven? Get it now. Cool, and I imagine there's going to be a lot of people who back that, who missed out on the original one, and are now just like, all right, now that it's out, I just want to buy it. It's great, $180. Okay. Miniatures of Gloomhaven, full set. This gets you all 603 minis. It's so ridiculously absurd. So absurd. Look how much bigger the Frosthaven box is than the Gloomhaven box. It's ridiculous. Okay. The Ultimate Gloomhaven set. This is going to get you the second edition, all the minis, whatever that thing is, foretelling narration, that's hot. The miniatures base box, so $350. This feels much more like a shopping area than necessarily like a Kickstarter where they're trying to convince you. The big one, $550 gets you everything. And hopefully BackerKit lets me seize all the different pledge levels and what the most popular pledge level is, because I obviously don't think that this is going to be the most popular pledge level. I'm going to take a stab and say that it's... I guess it's probably just the second edition. Well, this is going to be really fascinating as well. How many people, because I don't feel like most people who have Gloomhaven are going to pull the trigger on Gloomhaven second edition. I just can't imagine that. There will be a lot of people who do, but not most people, surely. 1 to 4 players, 30 minutes, ages 14 plus, refined experience. So it's better now. Cool, but the people you love, great. Gloomhaven team, we got lots of stuff. Obviously, lots of people. We're trying to hit $2 million. This is the second edition. So now we're going for the full... no, this isn't the full list of components. This is the Gloomhaven solo scenarios. A new set of 18 scenarios to accompany the new edition. Cool. Gloomhaven removable stickers. Great. You get the extra stuff. Gloomhaven second edition class upgrade pack. Replace all the Gloomhaven first edition class boxes with their contents. So this is for the people... Yeah, I was expecting that to be a pledge level, like a returning backer just to upgrade you to second edition kind of thing. Late again, at least I've heard of Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven just makes me feel poor. Jaws of the Lion. I saw that at Walmart for like $30 on clearance last week. And I got to say, It's a lot of Gloomhaven. Like, you'll get the feeling of Gloomhaven. I enjoy it, but I think you do definitely, to really enjoy Gloomhaven the most, I feel like everyone needs to be. No one can have analysis paralysis. You can't have 3 people with analysis paralysis and 1 person who doesn't, because I've been in a group like that, and you just sit there while everyone else makes their long decisions, and it kind of kills the game a little bit. A single unified resource. So this is now we're getting into the RPG game, but it's still a fantastic game. Me and my kid are like 12 games into it. Like, they love it. He loves it. Base modifier pack. So now we're getting into the full. This is the RPG components. Cool. So we get an RPG component list, but we don't get like the board game list. They're not doing upgrades, so to speak, as second edition already does like 85% of the core box. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, good to know. Thank you for the info. Gameplay, character creation. So now we're focused more on the role-playing aspect of it. Cool. What do I want? I want some gameplay videos. That'd be nice. I know they were doing live streams in the future, but a gameplay now would be great. $30, so $50 you get the complete card set. $90. This all feels like add-ons. These are all add-ons. Okay, these are just all add-ons. And then we have this. What is this? These are the minis. Now you're showing me minis, so now we're transitioning to the minis. And that's the hard thing about doing a Kickstarter like this. Like, look at it from a logistical perspective. How are you going to organize all this stuff? You've got 3 very different projects. All right. Great, looks good. If I'm a minis painter, I'm like totally chomping at the bits. Cool stuff, things, and they're actually able to make it at a somewhat reasonable price because I imagine they are mass producing the snot out of these, at least in the context of like minis games, like especially this Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. How many of those do you think they're making? Because that's awesome. Yeah, my kid, I'm going to show my son this, and he's going to flip out. And here's the one thing I will say. I really like here how they have the standees in the background, and then what it's getting replaced by. I feel like they're doing a really good job showcasing these. Frosthaven, stuff, things, same thing. Same story. Love what they're doing here. Got the bases. Tons of stuff. Here we go. And now we're back to more prices. Miniature. So this is all like its own, each add-on set. So that's it. They don't have like one uniform add-on section. Each add-on section is in its own separate part of the thing. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like you totally should still have one because I just like I said, 2 people in the chat were like, "Hey, can't find the add-on section." I'm curious if Gloomhaven Digital will stay as first edition or will get updated with the second edition changes. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, I don't know. I imagine they'll eventually just go second edition because I mean that's typically what happened. You don't see too many people, like if they made a Twilight Imperium game. Well, yeah, I guess I don't know how that would work. That's an interesting one. RPG core book. So these are the individual shippings. The big one. So what if I'm getting the Frosthaven, the Gloomhaven second edition? So it's $30 shipping. Kind of fine with that because it's totally super expensive. Then we have the tax and VAT. Okay, so it's all here. You can figure it out yourself. Good looks. July. So when is this coming out? Oh, obviously different things. I kind of like how they did this. Wave 1 Frosthaven, Wave 2 Gloomhaven. So we're going to get Frosthaven out first because we have copies from the massive print run that we just sent out as part of the Kickstarter. And that one you're going to be getting in October. Awesome. Then Gloomhaven second edition enters production, begins fulfillment March 2024. So hopefully this one will be convention season next year. You'll have a giant booth, full of them. Okay, cool. Got it. And then the minis begins fulfillment in January 2025. So that is a ways off, but it's 600 minis. I get it. That's it. No videos, no nothing, no quotes, no awards, no picture of everything in the second edition, which I get. There's a lot of spoilers and stuff, but still, it's interesting. I definitely feel like I would have liked a little bit more like trying to sell me on Gloomhaven. What if this doesn't? Like this, like I say, surely this is gonna fund, but what if it didn't fund? Like what if this doesn't fund? What happens to backer kit? I think it's going to fund, but it's a big ask. $2 million. That's a lot of money. And then is there any FAQ updates, comments? Okay, here we go. Pledge levels. Oh, cool. So 162 people wanted access to Pledge Manager. 26 people got the core book so far. They just launched, like literally less than an hour ago, I do believe. The RPG Deluxe Box Set, 135. Gloomhaven Second Edition, the most right now at 148. But wow, the full set of minis already at 115. Howdy, Huckleberry. My gateway to gaming was Dominion, and I greatly appreciate how easy it is to swap out cards between first and second edition. I doubt a campaign game could manage that, though. Yeah. That's also good to know. I did not know you could swap those out with Dominion so easily because I have a whole boatload of Dominion First Edition. I'd love to get on there. Hanging on their laurels, yeah. And then the big one, 156. Oh, that's actually the biggest. Looky there. Looky. So the big one is literally, I want every single thing Gloomhaven. I want the role-playing game. I want the minis. I want the second edition. Is that even Frosthaven? Is that like everything? No, that one's not Frosthaven. Okay, I thought that one also included Frosthaven, which would just be absurd. But still, good for them. The most popular pledge level is quite literally every single thing at $550, because that's Bauer's Law. That's what I always say. If you offer people all the bells, all the whistles, and then this one, I feel like it's just the name Gloomhaven is selling it. Like, that's it. While the site is really messed up on launch, BackerKit is really struggling. I thought this was an update at first. I thought that was like Isaac Children's like, wow, this site is really messed up on launch. We should have like, okay. So the most active, Cephalofair Games. You love seeing that. Let's check out the update. Project announcing Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. Yeah, they haven't posted anything because, once again, they just launched today. Congratulations on launching Cephalofair. I have a few questions regarding add-ons. Will there be sleeves? Thank you so much for the help. And then, oh, look at this. Sorry for my spelling. That's so... I love how BackerKit does this, how it's much more like a forum-style thread. So 3 upvotes and... BackerKit has given us the elusive down arrow with accountability, no less. You hit that down arrow, the people are going to know it's you. I love that. I kind of love that. The site's really messed up on launch. Let's see what people said. Yeah, I'm sure they will almost any site with problems with 15 to 20K simultaneous people trying to interface with it once. Yeah, especially considering, 2 weeks ago, there was not like a board game on BackerKit. Like I went here trying to find stuff and there was not anything. So they're really hoping that this is, I imagine, going to be a soft launch for the whole website. And then I'm interested to see what this pledge train is. Like, because it doesn't really tell me anything about it. So let's check out the FAQ. Discover? What's Discover? Why does BackerKit crowdfund? Okay, cool. And then we'll give this one a grade. So creators you might like. So these are just people who have done stuff. Okay, interesting. Final grade for Gloomhaven Grand Festival. I guess that's what we're doing here. This is a really weird one because they tried to just get you excited about everything. Like, hey, we got this, we got that. But I don't feel like most people are going to be coming back to this Kickstarter that frequently, right? Like, yeah, I gave my $550. Am I going to come back to maybe watch? I guess, yeah. I guess the second edition, people are going to be excited about that. And the role-playing game, I guess, yeah. Because there's no video. They leave you wanting more here. But I kind of wish it was just there. Like, just a session of the role-playing game. They're essentially making you wait until they do it. Which, I get why. They want to drive buzz for it. But what if it's not your cup of tea? Like, it's just nice to know that before you splunk down the money. So at the final day, end of the day, final grade, Huckleberry's a C. Yeah, this is a weird one to grade. I think I'm right around there too. They didn't really tell me why I needed Gloomhaven, or why it's amazing, or show me like the components that much, which is, kind of nice to see, except for the miniatures. Just feels like a shopping area. It feels like there's a huge chunk of this missing. Plus, yeah, the add-ons being broken. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a C. I was hoping for, I was hoping for a little bit more, especially when I was like, oh, it's a grand festival type thing. Yeah, see. Well, then what's the, we did get the player like type? Yeah, see. Okay. I keep expecting like some magical thing to pop out of the hat. There's not to see. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. What's your final grade for Gloomhaven Grand Festival? It's here. Back it. Get on the train. Whatever that means. C- just should have showed themselves off more. Yeah, I agree. Like, I want to know what the train is. What happens when the train breaks? Like, what happens when this stops? I want to know. See, and as always, check out this week. I'm going to be doing some live streams from Origins, specifically doing one for a media first event tomorrow around 3-ish, and then we're going to be there at 9 a.m. on Thursday because we get in an hour early because we're fancy press people. So going to be doing the show floor, and then I believe on Saturday or Friday I'm going to do a You Control the Stream where you tell me what to go check out, assuming the Wi-Fi works out. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.